Hello, Inspire Era fam. Welcome to the Inspire Era podcast, where positivity colors our conversations and healing is at the heart of our stories. I'm your host, Erasme, and I'm thrilled to continue this inspiring journey with you. You're listening to Elevate Positivity When Life Gets Harder. And today we are diving into episode 4, Rise from the Sarcastic Moment. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been laughed at for trying, for dreaming too big, for failing once and daring to stand back up? Sarcasm hurts, especially when it comes from people we know. It's more than just words. It's that mocking tone that tells you think you can make it? And sometimes we start to believe it. But hear me now. Sarcasm is often a sign that you are doing something different, something bold, something threatening to comfort zones. You are stepping out, and the world, uncomfortable with your light, throws shade. Don't shrink. Rise. Let's take a powerful moment from the Bible. In 1 Samuel chapter 17, we find the story of David and Goliath, a story we've all heard at some point, but today I want you to see it with fresh eyes. Picture this. The battlefield is alive with fear. The giant Goliath stands tall, intimidating the entire army of Israel. His armor glimmers, his voice echoes like thunder, and every soldier shrinks at the very thought of facing him. And then here comes David, a young shepherd boy, not even part of the army, simply delivering food to his brothers. Now here's where it gets interesting. In 1 Samuel 17:28, David's older brother Eliab turns on him. The Bible says,
When Eliab, David's oldest brother, heard him speaking with the men, he burned with anger at him and asked, "Why have you come down here? And with whom did you leave those few sheep in the wilderness? I know how conceited you are and how wicked your heart is. You came down only to watch the battle."
Did you catch that? Eliab wasn't just mocking David, he was cutting him down. In modern words, Eliab was saying, "You don't belong here, brother man. You're just a shepherd boy. Go back to your little sheep. This battlefield isn't for you." Now, imagine how crushing that could feel. This isn't a stranger, this is family. His own brother basically told him, "You're too small, you're irrelevant, stay in your lane." But David doesn't let those words decide his worth. In the very next verse, 1 Samuel 17:29, David replies,
"Now what have I done? Can I even speak?" And in some translations, he adds the powerful words, "Is there not a cause?"
That's it right there. Is there not a cause? David knew why he was there. He wasn't there to prove himself to his brother. He wasn't there to impress people. He was there because there was a giant mocking the living God, and someone needed to stand up. David saw the cause, and he refused to let mockery distract him. Now, let's pause here, because this isn't just a story about a shepherd boy thousands of years ago. This is about you. How many times have you had your own Eliab moment? Maybe it wasn't on a battlefield, but in your home, in your school, at your workplace, or even in your circle of friends. Maybe you shared your dream, and instead of encouragement, you got sarcasm. Instead of support, you got doubt. Maybe someone told you, "You're not smart enough. You don't have what it takes. You're too small, too poor, too ordinary." It hurts, doesn't it? Sometimes the deepest cuts come not from strangers, but from the people closest to us. But here's the lesson David teaches us. Don't let sarcasm or criticism define your value. When Eliab mocked him, David didn't start a fight with his brother. He didn't waste time defending himself to people who couldn't see his calling. Instead, he turned toward the real battle, the giant. Let's step back into that ancient valley for a moment. Picture David, still just a boy standing in the shadow of Goliath. The entire army is paralyzed by fear, but David sees something different. Where others see an unbeatable giant, David sees an opportunity, a chance to show what faith and courage can do. This is the turning point. David doesn't wear King Saul's armor because it doesn't fit him. He doesn't use a sword or a spear because that's not his style. Instead, he picks up 5 smooth stones and trusts the skills he's honed in the quiet fields, protecting his sheep from lions and bears. The lesson here, you don't have to fight your battles like everyone else. You don't need to fit into someone else's mold to rise above sarcasm and doubt. David's strength wasn't just in his sling, it was in his perspective. He remembered the victories God had already given him. and he believed those small wins mattered. So, what about you? What are the stones in your hand, those unique talents, passions, or experiences that everyone else might overlook? The world may laugh at your tools, but when you use what you have with boldness and faith, you can bring down giants. David teaches us that greatness isn't about size or status. It's about seeing possibilities where others see problems. It's about trusting that your journey, your scars, and your story all have a purpose. As we move forward, keep this in mind. The valley is where giants fall, but only for those who dare to step out with what they have. Let's draw inspiration from David's example and get ready to take practical steps to turn mockery into momentum. And this is where it gets powerful. David was underestimated, overlooked, and even mocked, yet he still stood his ground. He knew his cause, and because of that, he faced Goliath with nothing but a sling, a stone, and won. So let me ask you today, what's your Goliath? Is it fear, doubt, the voice of people who don't believe in you? Maybe it's the weight of your past telling you that you can't rise above where you come from. Whatever your giant looks like, you can face it, but only if you know your cause. If your dream is real, if your purpose is true, then no giant is too big. David teaches us that the mockery of others does not determine the outcome of our battles. Eliab's sarcasm didn't stop David because David's focus wasn't on pleasing people, it was on fulfilling his purpose. So the next time life mocks you, the next time your dream sounds ridiculous, even to your own family, remember David's words, "Is there not a cause?" Stand your ground. Don't be defined by other people's doubts, because if your cause is real, you will win your Goliath. And here's the best part. When David defeated Goliath, he didn't just win for himself. He won for the entire nation of Israel. That's the ripple effect of courage. When you stand up to your giant, you inspire others to stand up to theirs. So for you who decided to reach this far with Inspire Era podcast, don't shrink back when the Eliabs in your life mock you. Don't let their sarcasm rob you of your destiny. Like David, fix your eyes on the cause, pick up your stone, and face your Goliath. Because your victory is not just for you, it's for everyone who will be inspired by your courage. Let's come home. Let me take you to Uganda, where a young man named Eddie Kenzo was once a street kid with no home, no parents, and no musical background. When he started singing, people laughed. They said he looked like a joke. Today, he went viral globally and he became Uganda's first BET award winner. Diamond Platinums in Tanzania, people used to mock him, saying he sounded like a cheap copy of international stars. Now, he built Wasafi, launched other artists, and redefined the East African music scene. Here, my favorite artist, Burna Boy, was once rejected by Nigerian radio, but now he fills stadiums in Paris and New York. All these legends heard sarcasm, but they didn't let it define them. They let it fuel them. Here are the best practical steps to rise from sarcasm, and I need you to pause and write them down. Step 1, reframe the mockery. The next time someone mocks you, instead of shrinking back, pause and ask yourself, what am I doing that's so bold it makes people uncomfortable? Mockery often reveals more about them than about you. It shows that your steps are daring enough to poke at their insecurities. Think about David standing before his brother in 1 Samuel 17:28. His brother said, "Why have you come down here? And with whom did you leave those few sheep?" In other words, you don't belong here. But David knew better. He reframed it and declared, "Is there not a cause?" So when sarcasm comes your way, flip the script. Let mockery be your mirror that proves you are walking a path worth noticing. Now, before we jump to the second step, let me tell you this. In today's world, the giants we face might not wear armor or carry swords, but they're just as real. Social media trolls, workplace critics, the silent doubts within our own minds. Let's look at how modern dreamers have battled sarcasm and turned it into fuel for their journey. Take Lizzo, for example. Before she became a global sensation, she faced relentless online mockery about her size, about her music. Instead of shrinking away, she doubled down on her message of self-love and empowerment. Each sarcastic tweet became a stepping stone, each negative headline a push to go harder. Or consider Elon Musk, often mocked for his wild ideas, electric cars, Mars colonies. Critics laughed when SpaceX rockets exploded, but he kept launching, kept learning, and now inspires a generation of innovators. So how can you rise above sarcasm in your own life? Start by using it as a signal, not a stop sign. When people mock your vision, it's often because you're doing something they can't imagine. Let their words remind you that you're on a path worth walking. Next, create your own proof. Document your progress, however small, and let your results speak for themselves. And finally, surround yourself with people who see your potential, not just your present. Remember, every modern legend was once the punchline to someone's joke, but they didn't let sarcasm define their story, and neither should you. Let's keep moving forward, step by step. Step 2, document your wins. No matter how small, start what I call a victory journal. Every single day, write down one thing you accomplished. It doesn't have to be grand. Maybe you woke up early, wrote a verse for your song, posted your artwork, or studied for an hour. Each of those wins matters. Over time, this journal becomes your evidence. When sarcasm tries to whisper, "You're not doing enough," you can silence it with facts. The truth is written in your progress. You're not standing still, you're rising. Step 3, find a safe tribe. Listen, no one can thrive alone. You need at least 2 people in your corner who speak life into your dreams. Maybe it's a fellow homie who understands the grind, a mentor who believes in your potential, or even one supportive family member. Don't fight sarcasm in isolation. Build your circle, because when you have a safe tribe, their encouragement outweighs the laughter of mockers. Iron sharpens iron. Step 4, train in silence. Not every move needs an announcement. In fact, some of your greatest breakthroughs will come from the work you do in secret. Rehearse in your room, draft in your notebook, plan your strategy quietly. Why? Because when the fruit shows, it speaks louder than claps or criticism. Think about an apple tree. It doesn't make noise while growing, but when the apples appear, everyone notices. Let your results shout louder than your words. Step 5, anchor in faith. This is the most important step. Go back to the word. Philippians chapter 4 verse 13 says, "I can do all things through him who gives me strength." That's not just a verse, it's a weapon. When sarcasm says you can't, faith responds, "Watch me." Anchor your identity not in what people say, but in what God says. And he says you are capable, chosen, and equipped. A word to you, yes, you, if sarcasm has ever made you cry, doubt yourself, or almost give up, hear me clearly. You are not the joke, you are the miracle in motion. Those sarcastic voices, they're just signals that you're rising above average, signals that your greatness makes people uncomfortable. And that's okay, because evolution doesn't ask for permission. You don't need their approval to keep moving forward. You only need your persistence. So, rise. Keep building, keep believing, and let every sarcastic laugh become proof that you're too bold to be ignored. You are still with Inspire Era podcast, so always bear in mind that your existence is not a mistake. You hold immense value, and your purpose has the potential to make the world a better place. Stay resilient, bond yourself to your purpose, and remember, the mockery, the sarcasm, the doubts, they're not your truth. Your journey is. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who might be battling sarcasm or doubt. Follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram, or visit inspireera.w for more tools and stories. And if you've got a testimony or a topic you want us to explore, reach out. This space is for you, and your voice matters here. See you in the next episode. Let's continue our journey and dive deeper into the story. As we close, remember, every valley you walk through, every giant you face is shaping you for something greater. Your journey isn't just about surviving sarcasm or silencing doubt. It's about becoming the version of yourself you were always meant to be. So here's your challenge. Take one step today. Start that victory journal. Reach out to your tribe. Train quietly. Anchor yourself in faith. And above all, refuse to let anyone else write your story for you. If this episode lit a fire in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs a reminder that their dreams matter. Subscribe, follow, join the Inspire Era community, because together we rise higher. Your purpose is real, your voice is needed, and your next move, it could change everything. Thanks for listening. Stay bold, stay inspired, and as always, keep rising.